reviewing the TheaterWorks Hartford production of The Garbologists, written by Lindsay, Joelle, and directed by Rob Ruggiero, running through February 25th at their theater at 233 Pearl Street in Hartford, Connecticut. Don't throw away your opportunity to become a patron on my Patreon page. For as little as $1 a month, you can help me meet travel and dining expenses and equipment costs to make this show happen. Thank you to my patrons that already help out, especially the Neo and Hamilton level patrons, and welcome to all the new ones. On the surface, the Garbologists appear to be one of many clones of The Odd Couple that have come out since Neil Simon's comedy was released back in 1965. While, yes, the premise does feature two characters of completely different natures working together, creating a comedic repartee between the two as they struggle to have to get along with each other, the Garbologists take the time to develop a deeper connection between the two characters that I think mostly works. Marlowe, played by Nicole Simpson, is starting her first day of work as a sanitation worker for New York City. She is teamed with the veteran Danny, played by Geoff Brooks. Danny, who is a prolific talker, goes through a lengthy litany of things that Marlowe needs to learn if she wants to become successful at her new job. Marlowe, meanwhile, attempts to prove herself on the job by doing everything she can without Danny's assistance. Gender roles, race, and class conflict are only several of the themes that arise between the two, as Danny, who is a white working-class male, has zero filter and says whatever comes off the top of his head, while Marlowe is a black female Columbia University grad with multiple degrees. The comedy lands initially through the sort of foot-and-mouth humor that comes from someone who is used to speaking freely with his previous male coworker and discovers that his new partner isn't as receptive. The humor develops from there, though, as the two starts to open up and actually become more honest with each other. As Danny attempts to figure out why such an intelligent person as Marlowe is slumming it as a garbage woman and how she got assigned to such a challenging route as a rookie, secrets that the two are keeping from each other start to emerge, unexpectedly finding connection with each other after Danny teaches Marlowe about Mongo, or garbage that is determined to be of some value that they end up keeping. I won't go into any detail as to what those connections are, as they lead into spoiler territory, but I will say that I wouldn't be surprised if some audience members feel that the connections between the two are a bit contrived. I mean, there are contrivances in all storytelling to some degree. Stories can't happen without them. But in the case here, I would understand if some audience members felt like they had to take a fairly big leap to accept how many things bring Danny and Marlowe to where they are. Though I acknowledged them, I personally wasn't bothered too much by it, mostly because of the statement said at the top of the show. I like how personal the development of the characters get, and the emotional journey the two go on. It's not all surface-level conflict for the sake of comedic entertainment. There's more heart to this. Lindsay Joelle takes the time to make the characters feel something more than the conflict between them. And Rob Ruggiero and the two actors do a great job of building the elastic nature of their relationship, stretching, pulling away from each other, before contracting and coming back, repeatedly throughout the play. Both actors are delightful. Geoff Brooks speaks a mile a minute with an energetic classic New Yorker bravado as Danny. Bebe Nicole Simpson is the more reserved one as Marlowe, but doesn't just shut down the character. We see that there is something going on behind her facade that, with patience and observation, the audience will notice she is in a tumultuous struggle that she keeps bottled up. Marcelo Martinez Garcia's set design is great. I particularly love the back end of the dump truck that comes on stage. It looks legitimate, like Garcia and his team went out and found an old dump truck and cut off the back end of it and brought it on stage. I also really like Herman Martinez's sound design, the use of offstage sound effects, and the balance of music when Danny and Marlowe are hanging out at a bar in one scene is quite exceptional. There's an odd bit of romanticism about the Garbologists, not saying that the play is a romance, it isn't, but the way Joelle's script and Ruggiero's direction plays out, it elevates the work of the sanitation worker in a way that brings an appreciation and closeness to the job, reminding us that they are people who go through the same travails as any other working-class person out there. It's heartfelt, sometimes heartbreaking, but also a really funny show with charm. But I'm only one man's opinion, so be sure to leave yours in the comments below. If you'd like to see the Garbologists, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get tickets. Also in the description will be a link to my Patreon page. Be sure to check that out as well. You can also support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and click the notification bell to be alerted to future reviews. My next review will be Long Wharf Theater's production of A View from the Bridge. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the theater.